What is going on, guys? Newton here with MMO Play, bringing you a review of Summoner Wars, a free-to-play game for iOS and Android devices. Now, I've just installed the game, went through the tutorial a little bit, got a used of, the different features and stuff like that. I'll go over them briefly, and talk about what the game has to offer and give it a score at the end. So, here we are. This is, basically, it's kind of like, it's like a base builder mixed with, kind of the concept of Pokemon again. It's really, really cool, and it's become a very popular game on mobile devices. So basically, the general concept of the game is to collect different monsters, and different monsters have different effects and skills and stuff like that. Use them to level up, power them up, give them different abilities, and challenge them within the story mode or online against other players, which is really really cool. Not only that, you kind of get to build this little floating island here, as you can see. I'm kind of you can see get general overview of what mine looks like. This is a very early state now. Nothing too fancy, but you can see is we have a few different things going on over here, and we can definitely acquire more, which is cool. So we can go to the shop, and we can acquire all these different things we can add to our base. Now these we can acquire right off the bat because some of them cost real currency, or I'm not a high enough level yet. But there's definitely room for expanding, and there's a lot the game has to offer, especially when you get more into it, which is really really cool. Now, getting into the monsters are really awesome. And now, like I said, it's kind of like the concept of Pokemon again. Um, you collect them. They have different levels. You level them up and stuff like that. They have various skills. As you can see here, we have a skill overview. We can awaken them to power them up. Give them. It's kind of like evolving them. If I were to compare it to anything, we could give them runes to give them even more power, which is really really cool. So, if you find a hero you really like and you want to level them up and stuff like that, you can really get in depth with them and make them really really good and really special. You don't have to stick with the early ones that you get. You can acquire more, but I mean, say you find a low level one, you can level them up to make them really, really strong and very viable at end game, which is really, really cool. So I enjoy that quite a bit. So not only that, we have challenges, which is basically quests and other things like that. Oh, we have two quests that we've completed, so we can go ahead and collect that, and it's really, really cool because so you don't know what you want to do anymore. You're kind of like just looking for something to do in the game. There's always quests to do, different tasks and objectives you can complete, which is really nice, and they give you various rewards, which is awesome. I think quests in this game that give you rewards that kind of help you out with resources and other things like that. It's very very nice and pretty key to helping you stay resourceful or well off on keeping your resources high and stuff like that. Because when you run low, you kind of run out of stuff to do, and you kind of have to wait until you acquire some more. So we have our little crystal collector over here. We get some every hour or so. It just kind of charges up, and then you click it and collect them, which is nice. Or you can get the crystals through completing the different quests, which is cool as well. So let's go to our monsters. Let's go ahead and see if we can. We can view our collection, which is cool as well. And you can see there's different elemental ones, and there's tons, and I mean tons to collect. There's just so many, and look at this is just for one element, and the same goes for every other element, and it's absolutely insane how many different monsters you can collect in this game, and it shows that there's a ton to offer in this game, and there's so much content that just for a mobile game, I think it could keep you occupied for quite a long time, which is really, really cool. So, let's go ahead and jump into some battles. As you can see here, there's kind of the story mode over here. We can check out these different areas, explore them. We don't have all of them unlocked yet. We have just the forest. So we'll go over to the forest, drop info. As you can see, we have different things over here. And then we have a bunch of different levels we can kind of run along and complete with the different monsters that face. So I finished the first one, so we'll go ahead and do the second one. Let's go ahead and select our three monsters over here. And as you can see, there's three to face, so we have to fill up our three to face them. Overall, it doesn't feel like it'll be too much of a challenge. I think we'll be okay. And the combat is really, really fun. Now, the style of the combat kind of reminds me of kind of like a Final Fantasy. I mean, it is turn-based combat, but you select your skill, select the enemy you want to attack, and basically wait your turn, which is really, really cool. So I guess you can kind of compare it to like an old school Final Fantasy mixed with kind of the concept of Pokemon, which is really, really cool. It's interesting. It's not a lot of games have really done it, and I think it's a lot of fun. So let's go ahead and select our double attack over here. Go ahead and attack this guy. And what's really cool and really helpful about the game is there's various arrows over the enemy, and if they're green, that means your effect is really effective against them. If it's yellow or red, it means they're less effective. So there we go. Here's a good example here. The red, not too effective against these guys, but it's okay. I mean, we have to attack one of them, so no big deal. Alright, so let's go ahead. We're going to go ahead and take out this main guy over here. He seems like the biggest problem. We can go ahead and use our heal. We'll go ahead and heal our party member. So really, really cool. I like how she has a heal. She can kind of support the party, which is awesome as well. Kind of like I said, once again, reminding me of kind of like a Final Fantasy sort of thing. Let's go ahead and keep taking out this boar over here. He seems like the biggest root of the problem. So we're gonna keep heavy attacks on him, heavy damage, or our main focus on him. Keep taking him out. Almost out, and then we could deal with the mushroom guy very, very easily. Let's go ahead and use our double attack again, dealing that high damage. Oh, one of our monsters died. No big deal. We can go ahead and take the mushroom guy out now. Go ahead and tap him. There we go, taking him out. And there's our victory. It's a little bit of a challenge, even though it's still early on. We did lose one of our monsters. That's okay. We got through it. Wasn't too bad, but it's very, very fun. I enjoy it quite a bit. And I can't wait to see, like, the more you progress in the game, those very, very high tier monsters. I can't imagine what they'd look like or what their skills would look like. I can imagine the game gets really, really cool the more time and investment you put into it. So let's go ahead. We can go back to the world map if we choose to and continue on. Or, we can go back to our base. So let's go ahead and we got a new monster. Do we have a new monster? Let's go ahead and check that out right here. Tap our monster. Rune. Oh, we have quite a new rune, which is cool. So we can go ahead and do that. Engrave it. When we engrave the runes, it gives us plus 40 HP, which is really, really nice. And if we choose to, we can tap on the runes. We can level the runes up as well. So ultimately, making your characters really, really strong. So go back to our challenge board. Collect our rewards for the quest. There we go. We leveled up. Really cool. Collect the rewards once again. Leveled up once again. And there we go. I mean, very, very straightforward and simple game, but tons and tons of depth and really, really a lot to offer for an iOS or Android game, depending which device you have. So I'm going to go ahead and give the game a 9 out of 10. It offers so much for a mobile game. And like I said, super in-depth, tons and tons of characters to acquire, and really a lot to do, which is not something you always see in mobile games. Usually they're just kind of puzzle or time killer games. This game is really, really pushing the amount of content you can put into a mobile game and how much you can really get out of these games, which is, I like that. I like to see that, and I love to see it more in mobile games. So, if you guys have enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, favorite, and subscribe for more. But until next time, guys, I'll talk to you later.